Record. All right, we are recording. This is kind of a post leader and convention, people who are at convention little call. And so the purpose of this call, you guys, I just wanted to share kind of how I am taking what we learned at convention and applying it, like what I'm going to do going forward. And then I want to talk to you guys about an accountability group that I'm going to start doing. And I just kind of want to plan with it, you guys, and get your thoughts. And then thirdly, I want to hear from you, and I want to know how you are going to implement with, what you learned at convention, and how you're going to help your teams, and how I can be a help to you. So that's the purpose. So I'm probably just going to take maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and then I just want to hear from you guys. So I am recording just in case some of you aren't able to pop on. But let me show you how cute Christy and Shaylee, I showed Jeannie. I just ordered these from the back office, from My Plexus Print, and they just came in today. Is that not the cutest? And I know it's weird, but I'm going to talk to people when I give this to them, but I don't know if you can see that. It says Amy Cadraco Triplet and then Triplet Tribe 5. There really wasn't space to put my Instagram. So I just did it that way because that's like Facebook and then Instagram, and I'm just going to tell them, there I am. So anyway, that was the only weird part. And the other thing is I did not put my rank because I plan on not being Emerald for much longer. And so if you guys order these, I would say don't put your rank because you know what I mean? You're going to fly through these ranks and you're going to be like, oh, I'm not gold anymore. Sorry, guys. I'm Ruby now. So that's why I did it. So anyway, do you guys have anything that you want to share before we get started? I see babies. Oh, cute. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I'll just get started then. If you don't mind, I'm going to start with a word of prayer just because I feel like my mind is racing. I just walked in and I have so many things like on my brain and I get excited. So I want to be like, Lord, help me to communicate and calm down. Okay. So dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for today. Thank you for these incredible ladies. Thank you for Plexus. Thank you for our team, Lord. Jesus, I pray that you would help us just to honor you in our conversation tonight. I pray that you'd help me to be clear and have direction and organization in my speaking and my thought process. And I pray that everybody on here tonight, Lord, that you would give them the same, that if they have a question or something that they're thinking of or feeling, that you would give them clarity in how to express that. And I just pray, Lord, that you would be with our businesses and just, Lord, you know the hearts of these amazing women. I just pray that you would grow their businesses and give them the belief, Lord, and just everything they need to be the leaders that you intend them to be. And I just pray that you would explode our teams. Lord, it's time. We're ready. Help us to honor you in it. And Lord, I'm just excited for what's to come. And I love you so much. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay. I'm excited. So first of all, I don't know about you. So I know, Jeannie, is this your second or third convention? Third? And Christy and Shaylee, this was your first, right? That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. I don't know about you, but every time I go to convention, while I'm there, I am like on top of the world. I know I'm going to be like double diamond next year. I get so motivated. Like I am so easily motivated, you guys. That's my personality. But I'm also so easily like overwhelmed and like not overwhelmed with the work, but I get down just as much as I get up. And so what's happened in the past for me anyway is I'm like, we just learned 75 new things and we have all these tools and we're so excited. And then you come home and it's just like me. I don't know about you, but like we've had VBS. Joey's had to go back to work. I've had all 3 kids. Like, I'm like, I just want to work. And I haven't like had like a moment because we're just so busy and it's summer. But also when I did have like all Friday night to work, and if I'm not careful, I don't even know where to start. So I shut down and I don't do anything. So is there anyone else? Does that sound familiar to anyone else? Okay. Because that's what happens. It's like somebody said, drinking from a fire hydrant. You have all these things. So something that I learned from Bob actually at one of his conferences, he said something that really helped me. And that's why I wanted to get on here with you guys quicker, even though I should have done this last Sunday night. I was just jet lagged as can be. And like I said, then VBS all week. But here's what he said. You have to pick one thing. Pick one thing that you're going to take action on immediately. And so he said, if you don't do it typically, especially like this is just for the future, any conferences, if you don't act upon something within the first like 2 or 3 days, or at least the first week, most likely you're not going to. You're going to forget all that. So you have to take action immediately, which is why I wanted to get with you guys quicker. And he said, before you even leave here, you need to decide what is the one thing that you're going to implement. Because we can learn all these things, but if we don't take action, then we're going to stay where we are. So I just wanted to share with you what action I'm taking. Hey, Tivoli. And how I'm going to apply it. And then I want to hear from you. Okay. So for me personally, what I'm going to do is, number one, learn our new systems. So and I'm going to show you how I plan on doing that in just a second. I'm going to learn one new thing a day. We just got a bunch of stuff, and people, I don't know, ask a lot of questions. Like they expect that just because I'm a jewel, I heard it the first time just like everyone else, right? But your people are going to expect the same of you. So if you have people on your team, who do they come to when they have a question? They're going to come to you. So it's our responsibility to learn these things. But it can be overwhelming, so that's why I'm saying do it in chunks. Just like, I don't know if you heard Amber's mom, Mrs. Lee, say she lost like 50 pounds. And how did she do that? 5 pounds at a time. So it's the same thing with ranking up. It's the same thing with learning. How do you do it? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So that's how we do it. So I'm going to learn one new thing a day. That is my plan. Learn one new thing a day and apply it, obviously. Apply it. And the second thing is 5 reach outs a day. That's it. 5 reach outs a day. And then I don't know if you can see this behind me. You guys see this? Okay, so I'm not organized typically, but I have a very organized husband. So he's committed to helping me, basically being my virtual assistant. So that's me brain dumping and him putting it into a category, and then we're going to figure that out. So nothing special, but anyway, that's it. So I'm going to stop for a moment, stop chatting away, and I want to hear from you. What about you? Like, what is your action? Like, what is one thing, even if you haven't thought about it yet, just take a minute. What is one thing that you can do, that you learned from convention, that you can apply to your business? Anyone?
I like the 5-second rule because a lot of times I let my mind take over and then I don't do anything.
Have you applied that at all yet?
Some I have, yeah.
Good.
And I guess I need to get better at replacing the negative thought, because it wasn't at convention, but before that, a lot of times I tell myself, just in my head, I say no, for no reason. It's like, just in my head, I hear no. It's like, why am I saying no? So I have to replace that no with, yes, I can, whatever it is. Yes, I can do it.
Oh, I love it, Jeannie. You're an inspiration to me, by the way. I love that you're just always continuing to grow yourself and push yourself out there.
I don't feel that way, Amy. Thank you.
You are. I mean, look at you. You're on here. You know what I mean? Like, you are. How many people continue to try to grow themselves?
I'll get it one day.
You will. And you know what? The thing is, you may never, but you're better now than you were a year ago, right? And you're going to be better than next year. And that's how all of us are.
Yeah.
So, okay. So look here. Joey, he erased my whole board. Except for I would not let him erase that. I don't know if you can see it. It's my affirmations.
Oh.
He was like, come on, you need this. I'm like, yes. I need that. And so it says, I can lose weight and make healthy choices. My team is growing and in momentum. I am a great leader. I know how to manage my time. I will be a diamond in 2019. I wrote those in January. So you know what? I'm going to keep saying those things. And why do I have those specific ones? Because I tell myself the opposite of all those. That's why. Those are all the things I really struggle with. So I have to keep saying it and seeing it. So that stays. And then look, I don't know if can you see the top?
You can't read it.
Wait, trust, and realize it's not just in my strength. So I love that. That's so good. Does anyone else want to share like how they're going to implement?
I'll go, Amy, if you want me to.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, well, I'm kind of, my family's been making fun of me that I've been the Energizer Bunny since we've got back. And I'm not sure if it's like the active and the slim combined.
I think
or
it is.
if it's, oh my goodness, I cleaned
love
things I didn't know I had yesterday. I just had to clean everything. But the biggest issue for me is not fear of reaching out to people. It's not working the business. Like there was just a point last year where I was like, what am I doing? Like I am done being scared. I am so done being scared. So for me to send a message to someone like, hey, would you like to try a sample? Like no fear, no problem. Like that's gone. I did the Bob Heilig mindset masterclass and it changed everything for me. But the little song that never ends in my head is you have 43 white lines. You suck as a leader. Over and over and over. And so when we went to convention, like I don't know, like I got to go to Super Saturday with everybody here at corporate. And I just kind of felt like I am totally up to speed on the new sharing system. I love all of it. I use it all the time. I'm very like right there. I love it. I've got a million conversations going with people all the time. But I have not led my team. And we have a team page. I did not post, guys. I was so scared to log in. Last time I posted was October last year. October, like what was I doing? So I've been posting in there every single day and people are starting to engage and I've been reaching out, and with every new person that's been added, I've reached out to them personally. I have sent them little gifts, little kits. Like I just decided I was going to be like the coolest customer service, like best experience that they could have, because I felt like if I was offering value, that's part of being a good leader, right? And I kept Mel Robbining, right? It's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, send them an email, introducing yourself. And inside I was like, you're an imposter. You're not their leader. Like, what are you talking about? But I was like, I am sending this email anyway. So we just had our very first team call.
Oh, yeah.
Like
how was that?
ever. Oh, it was so good. Only a couple girls got on. Both of them joined. Or one of them is joining this upcoming weekend. One had just joined. So
Wow.
yeah.
So
One's coming from another
opportunity call?
No, it was like it was supposed to be. It was like broadcasted to our entire team as like, okay, if you've ever ordered from me, I just want you to get on. I want to reintroduce myself. I want to give away some stuff. I want to tell you guys how this page is going to be broken up so that everybody here, whether you're like on the fence or you're like hardcore business or you just love your products, all 3 categories, you have a special place. So we're like posting things for all 3 categories and all different personality types. Like I'm going to be serious about this. We sat down because my sister was here last week and we created like a little welcome from our team that we're going to do whenever people join. So they get a health tracker. They get a little note card, a sample of something that they didn't order. Yes, those. Yes, we bought packs of those. They get those. They get a little handwritten note from their upline and from me. And then they get to take a personality test as part of like their little welcome from us so that I know how to motivate them and like what their goals are and stuff. So we put that together. And then, guys, this is my favorite part. We wrote out what everybody who wants to work the business has to do to go to the rank that they want to go to. Like I made them give me names and everything for Leaders Retreat. Like there's one person, there's 2 people.
I love Tiffany's face right now.
Oh my gosh, we spent oh my gosh, there's my Leaders Retreat plan. Guys, that's for me to go, Senior Ruby.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Oh my gosh. We did it. We did the thing. And look at, that's for me to go gold next month. So we just said we're putting down names. No more. If I got
Can you break that down? Break that down for us, for anybody, because we have this recorded. What did you do?
Goodness.
So pretend.
Yes.
I don't know if this will be too much work for you.
No,
but
go ahead.
Pick Christy or Tivoli or Jeannie. And
Okay.
let's map it for one of them and let's see what that looks like. Do you mind doing that?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It takes a little bit of
Who's
brain
going to
work.
be brave? Who's going to leaders retreat?
Guys, you just have
All
to
right.
say that you're going to do it and then do it.
Jeannie raised her hand first, so go ahead.
Okay, Jeannie. So what I did for everybody that wanted to do it is I said, how many points do you or credits? Amy, you got to stop me. I keep saying points.
I know.
How many credits do you already have? Because it's the end of June.
I have 125.
Good girl for knowing,
friend. Yes, that's so important. Okay, we had a little chat about knowing our statistics.
So Christy and Tivoli, write this down. I'm writing it down too. So
we did that, and then we're only talking $199 packs. I wrote all this with $199 packs. I was like, guys, we're not playing around anymore. Here's the wording that you use. This is what we're using.
Okay.
So then what I did is I asked them, who are you talking to right now that is going to sign? Like, you're already in works. They're saying, yes, I'm going to do this. And I had them give me 3 names for those who are not silver yet.
So and 3 names.
But I made them give me names, not 3 people, like specific names.
Okay.
These are prospects you're talking about, or team members?
Prospects who have not yet signed with a welcome pack.
Okay.
I have one.
Okay, what's her name?
Her name is Anna McLean.
Okay, so we have Anna with a $199 pack, Jeannie, because that gets you 20 credits. Right? For ladies retreat. And then, is Annie looking to work the business or just be a wholesale ambassador where she just wants the products?
She's leaning towards the business. She's only 18 though.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's like the best demographic right now because of active. So then we put, if Anna goes silver, you get 75 credits, plus you get credits for each of the 3 people that she signs. Right? So if she signs 3 friends with $199 packs, because they'll be your level 2, Amy, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's 15 credits, right?
Mm-hmm. That's 45.
So it's 45 credits right there. What's your PV each month, Jeannie?
For June, it's 1,100. But
Oh my goodness.
Normally, it's 1,101.
Good job, Jeannie.
Yeah, so you get 120. So you have the 125 credits already for that?
Yeah, that's where my 125 came from.
Okay, perfect.
I don't have anybody new this month.
Okay, so for July and August, what's your PV goal? 500 or 1,000?
1,000.
1,000 for each one. Okay, perfect. So another 250 credits for PV for July and August. Where are we at right now, guys? Help me math. 375.
Look at my account. I'm
450. 470. Sorry, everybody who's watching this recorded. I don't add quickly.
It's fine. I'm going to have the calculator here for next.
So we're at 515, I think, already. And that's with signing 1 person, helping them go silver, and your PV being at 1,000 each month. So this is how we mapped it out. And then they would give me the next name. And they'd say, great. Are they going to be wholesale or are they going to work the business? And if they're going to work the business, we just factor in they're going to go silver. That's our goal. So here's your credits for that. Here's your credits for each person. Here's your credits for, your new preferred customers. Like, we worked all of that out. We divided out. If you always get 700 PV, you need an extra 300 to go to 1,000. Divide that by bags of Slim so that you have, new PCs. Here's your points for that. Like, we did all of it. It took hours. and we did all of it for each person to figure out exactly what they need to go to Leaders Retreat.
Okay. Well, that's pretty awesome. So basically, if you get 3 people and they all get the 199 packs and they each go silver
with 199 packs.
With 199 packs.
Yep. And you hit 1,000 PV.
Then you have it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that does not seem hard. That means you have to sign 3 people. If you sign 3 people in the next 2 months and get them to silver, I mean, and have your 1,000 PV, that you've got it.
And then you rank up. For most people, they're about halfway between here and the next rank.
Yeah. Does that seem hard to anyone? That does not seem hard to me.
No.
So what you need to give them then is the what to say to get them you probably gave your team what to say to get them to do the 199 pack.
Yes, I have the when people say how much does it cost, so it's actually surprisingly affordable. Do you guys have that little script?
Will you put it in our convention chat?
Yes, it's so good. It breaks it down. It's beautiful. I don't even know who wrote it. Somebody did the other day.
That sounds familiar. I think Jana might have shared that, right? Maybe on her page.
So good.
Will you share it again on our thing?
Yes.
I love that, Shaylee. First of all, you want to know why I think you're such an amazing leader? One, because you truly are. You have this boldness, but do you guys see like the sparkle in her eye? How excited? Like you truly care, and you really like. It's not stress. I mean, I don't know if it's stressful, but it doesn't seem it. To me, it's like, oh, I want to do this for my people. You know, that's
well.
inspiring.
But when I did that, I heard Mel in my head counting down from 5, and I was like, you know what? The best way to beat this I'm a really crappy leader thing is just to be a really good leader. And that is like, I will help you get to Leaders Retreat. I will put in all the work. Here's your numbers. Here's what you need. What else do you need from me? And if I do that with all my people, there's no way I won't be a good leader because I'll spend so much time loving on them and giving to them that the lies will go away.
I mean, I love that you broke it down like that because to me, you have 60 days to get 3 people and get them to silver. But imagine you did that
each month.
To me, just adding 3 people and getting each of them to silver, if that's what you focused on, not only will you get the Leaders Retreat, you can earn some prizes, you know? And you never know who might take off if you train them properly. I mean, Victoria, I wish that she were on here. Victoria and Jennifer joined in like November. And they started adding like 10 people a month because they just got you. Like, you're going to find somebody's that way, but you don't have to be. You could just teach everyone, just get your 3.
And that's what we did on our team call the other night. I was finally bold enough to say, when you come on our team, no matter what category you're in, whether you're working in business or wholesale, we're going to help you get your products covered. And here's how. And then we went through the welcome PDF and we did the fast start thing. And I said, here's your $400 bonus. And going forward from there, it's up to you. But you're going to get your first month's products covered, probably like the first 3 or 4 months products covered. And they were all like, oh, okay. It was just like accepted because I just said, this is what you're going to do.
Because that's what you think is normal. Like, I love that. Like, when I first joined, I didn't know anything. And so I added 8 people my first month, me personally, but I had 12 people on my team because I was telling everyone else. I didn't know. I just thought that was normal. I thought this is what you do. And I remember Amber texting me like, did you add 8 people this month? And I was like, yeah, was I supposed to add more? I'm trying. And she's like, no, that's really good. But I was like, oh, okay, good. You know, like I just thought that's what you do. So I love you. And I've heard other people say, like, I think it was Brooke or maybe Amy Paul was like, everyone goes silver. They go silver in their first week. Like that's what we teach.
And that's what we're doing now is not a welcome call, but like a team call every Saturday night. We're going to be doing that to help them. Okay, who's your 3 people for this week? Oh, okay, you got one? Great. Next week, here's your next one. And we're going to have everyone go silver. That's just what we're going to do. Fast start first 30 days. And I mean, obviously people have to want to do it, but if they come into it with an open mind, I'm not going to be scared anymore of just stepping up and being a leader. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to count down from 5. I'm going to do it. And if I fall on my face, at least I tried.
Oh, I love that. I'm so proud of you.
So
that's exciting. Yay.
Well, I keep looking at my seat cover.
Oh, good. You got it.
I pray over that thing every day. I'm like, okay, Jesus.
Can you see mine?
Yes. Oh, I literally have it sitting by my front door. I see it every time I walk through my living room. My husband's like, what is that? I'm like, that is my fleece. Don't touch it.
I'm
Did
so
they let
proud
you
of you.
take those?
Well, we did anyway.
Oh,
No, but I did.
okay.
Better ask forgiveness than permission, right?
Yeah. So, anyways.
Awesome. I'm so proud of you. I'm excited. That's awesome.
Well, if Jeannie can jump in and like in 1 month earn leaders retreat, I'm coming for you, Jeannie. We're going together this year. You're not going without me this time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited for you. And both of you, all of you. I'm so proud of you. Tivoli, do you have anything? I know this is your first experience too. How are you feeling?
Actually, I had listened to, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I had actually listened to, I guess it was one of the diamonds that was talking about exactly what Shaylee was talking about, how you would figure out the amount of points that you need for each month. And so I had already done that
Good.
for each one of my months that are coming up to see where I would need to be. And then after I had done that, then they came out with the infographics, I believe, to say, okay, well, if you do it with a 99 welcome pack, let's do it with this amount of customers or whatever. But I'm with Shaylee on the, you start with the 199 and that's the only one that you
Yeah.
go
And
up.
if anything, you can always go down, but start there.
Yeah. Well, that was another thing too. Whenever I had done some things before, is I'll always start at the top and then go down as far as any kind of price or whatever. But I mean, seriously, which a lot of companies do that whenever you get hired on to them. I mean, if you're going to buy in and get your product, why not go and get that bigger value?
Yeah.
Since that's the one time you can do it. So I mean, it just makes sense to do that. But yeah, so now I have my husband joining me, and
Good.
so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So I had a guy actually in the airport that we all were talking because we could recognize everyone from the book bag. But he was saying that he was glad that they had come out with Active because it would make it a lot more, I guess, user friendly for men. So they're not looking at other men and saying, hey, would you like to try my pink drink?
Right.
So he was saying, you can use it with, going to the gym or whichever, which I took it today and I mixed it with the hunger control and I thought it was awesome. And I take ADD medicine and I didn't take it today.
Wow.
I didn't need it. And then now my daughter, she had practiced for goalie or whatever, and she went and played. She drank it before she had her practice. And she's like, Mama, I normally get all winded and I just, I don't feel good. And she was like, it wasn't that bad. And then afterwards, she came back home. She didn't feel all tired and just,
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
yeah, I mean, so I definitely I'm liking that, and I'm liking it not being jittery. But I mean, I agree totally with Shaylee as far as working and walking down, and then each month, if you don't hit whatever goal it is, you just reassess and see what else you have to do to get to that.
I love it. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing. I'm really proud of you. What about you, Christy? Anything you want to share?
Sorry, I missed the last few minutes because my daughter got out of bed after like an hour and a half. So I really, really like the 5-second rule as well. Not just for work, but definitely for work. I don't remember what training it was, but what stood out to me from that training was do it scared. And I feel like the 5-second rule just really went along with that and just reminded me of that, because I'm really a quiet person and I'm terrified to talk to people sometimes. So just like not giving myself that time to be scared and just do it anyway, like really helps me. And I think one of the biggest things is like putting aside a little bit of time to work because of the kids. I try to work on the house during nap time in the afternoon. And then when they go to bed, like I hang out with my husband and watch a movie or whatever, but just setting aside some time to work so I know I have to do this right now, and it kind of pushes me more than just like trying to find 5 minutes here or there, because it just doesn't happen sometimes, and then you don't work that day or whatever. But just like the no excuses, just do it anyway. I don't know, just kind of reminded me of all the things I've heard before, but like just do it anyway.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that helped me when I first started. I tended to work too much just because it was more exciting than dishes for me and cleaning. So, but I got to a point where it was becoming an issue for my husband and so we had to come up with a compromise. And I think as long as you communicate and like you know what to expect, it's better. So for probably the first year or two, up until Leaders Retreat in DC, whatever that was, I did not work Tuesday nights or Friday nights, I think it was, or Wednesdays because we had church. But like Mondays and Thursdays were my days to work. And he knew like, okay, I'm putting the kids to bed. I'm doing all the whatever stuff. She's working. If I had to go meet with somebody from Starbucks or whatever it was, those are my work days. But if there were a big team call or something, or somebody asked me to do something on a Tuesday night or a Friday night, I didn't. And that was kind of hard because I like Tuesday's usually a busier night, but I didn't do it. And I put my phone away, and that really helped too. But anyway, I think as long as you communicate. Like I said, my thing that I took away from it was wanting to learn the system. So I'm just going to show you guys, even though you know, but just in case somebody watches this that's not, you know, I don't know, that maybe either wasn't there or something. I'm going to share my screen with you for a second and just show you my personal plan. Let's see. Let me share here it is. Share. Okay. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So I think, like, seriously, the best thing that we can do is, and like, I know Shaylee is like doing amazing training her people. But I mean, if we just go to, let's see, the training tab, and literally like right when someone joins, whether they are wholesale or not wholesale, if you go to my training center and then resource library, and like this is my plan right here, and teach them this. And don't try to go through every single thing with them. Obviously, that's a lot, right? But just show them where they can find it, okay? So here's this tracking system, and I love that we have these. We can mail this to them, or they can print it out. But if you didn't get one of these from me, I have these. Did I give you one? I think I gave you one, Tiff. I think I gave all of you one. Okay. Like, you know, I don't know how many are in this pack, whatever it is, but ship it to them with a nice handwritten note or whatever. But even if you don't, even if you just show them where this is, I mean, the most important thing is they need to do well with their product, you know? But this is me. Like, I just want to tell them, listen, if you're wanting to work the business, this is making it simple. Like, just show them where this is. But our training is this. You know, oh, here's all the product, okay? Just here's the product. Look at these resources. But then just going through our system. So I just want to share this part with you, and this is what I'm doing, literally going through each thing right here. Okay, so the Scripps workbook, that's fine. I want to go to, I believe it's here. Yeah, where is it? Where is this right here? Does anybody know? I saw it somewhere. Is it Leadership Mastery? I forget where this was. I thought it was in here. Am I missing this? Anyway, I don't know where this is, but it is in here. I know it's where
Is it under the business resources at the bottom?
maybe.
I can't remember. It's somewhere a little odd.
Yeah, okay, what's this called? Healthy Business Workbook. I know it's here because I literally just had it, but whatever it is, it's in here somewhere. Compensation tools, product training. I'm kind of going quickly. As soon as we end, I know that I'll find it. Thought it was in this one. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you what I'm going to be doing with this. And if I could ever find it, I will. If not, so weird. And it was like on the bottom somewhere. Anyway, oh, here it is. Here it is. Under Start Here and Start Now. Okay, here it is. Healthy Business Workbook. Okay, this you can also get from My Plexus Print. That's where I bought it. It's $3.99 if you didn't get it. But this is the part I wanted to talk to you guys about and get your opinion. I'll stop sharing for now. I think just so you know, like here's where it is. Okay, this is what it looks like if you haven't seen it. So it's under the Start Here, Start Now. It's the last thing. That's where it was. But as you can see, you put people's names, send, share, invite. Now where do I find this? Right here under send, share, invite. It's right there, okay? And if you need to know what to do, there's that Scripps workbook right here, okay? Sharing system. It's all right here. But so something that I personally struggle with, where I fail as a leader, it's probably my biggest weakness, but it's so important, is holding people accountable. That is what I have got to do. I know I need to do it. Bob says, if you don't hold your people accountable, you're not loving them. And he's like, it's not called tough love, it's called love. And he compared it to children. And I've heard him say this before. I do not like confrontation, and I do not like to make people think I'm their boss. But how many of you would love for someone just to tell you what to do and be like, okay, do this, it works, right? And how many of you would love for me to be like, okay, Jeannie, you said you were going to reach out to 5 people today. Is that still your goal? Yes, no. Have you done it? Okay, so here's what Bob said to say, and I was like, I can never say that, but you know what, it's my job. Like he said, you're supposed to say, not make anyone feel bad. If your goals of change is not what you want, that's okay. Like that is not, somebody apologized to me for not working their business the other day. I'm like, hey, this is your business. Don't you apologize to me. I just want to help you because that's what you said you wanted, right? But he goes, oh, this is hard. He goes, so you told me you want to be a gold ambassador, and you said you wanted to reach out to 5 people a day, but your actions and your words aren't lining up. So I'm just curious if that's still your goal, right? Like, doesn't that sound like, but the thing is, what if your kids, like today I had no problem telling my kids to stop fighting and to be quiet and to say thank you when somebody comes. Like, I have no problem being like, sit up and tell that lady thank you for handing this to you. You know, like, we don't have a problem as parents, right, to tell our kids what to do because that's our job. Like, if they fail in society, that's our fault. You know, like, that's where I struggle. So something that Emily Gibson has shared in the past, something I've tried in the past, but I just didn't stick with it, and is to hold people accountable. And you guys, if you've been on my team for any amount of time, you know I'm always putting these accountability things in. And then when people don't respond, I'm like, I guess nobody wants to do it, or I forget. So that's got to stop. This is my job, and I want nothing more than to see you guys reach your goals. Like, and I know I mean that because I know you want that for your people. I can see in Shaylee's eyes when her ambassador Jessica, who's on her team, like, Shaylee wants to go gold, but I guarantee when Jessica goes gold, it's going to even be more exciting. Like, there's just something when your people are working and getting excited, you're like, oh my goodness, like, yes, you know, like, we want that for them. Just like I tell you, when Tracy got up on the stage at convention for the silver, so it was like my baby girl was in her first day of like ballet on the stage. I was like doing everything not to sob. I was like the proud mom pushing people aside to get to the front to get the good picture because I was so proud. But that's our job. Like that's what we like. There's nothing more exciting. So if we want that, how do you get better at anything? What does any coach do? They push their people, you know, and I'm not going to push someone who doesn't want to be pushed. If I have somebody on my team and they don't want it, well, that's fine. That I'm never going to make someone feel bad about that. But if somebody comes and you're on these calls and you tell me you want it, then I'm going to at least, it's my responsibility to ask. So something I wanted to do, so here's my thing I wanted to tell you guys. So if you have a good team, like Shaylee, you've got a growing team right now. So maybe this is what I wanted to talk to you about. So maybe this isn't something that you and your people hop on for me. Maybe this is something when you're ready, you do for your team instead, but it's up to you. So you could do either one. Like for me, so what I want to do, I just want to go through this book. I don't want to come up with some new system. I'm not going to do that. I want to make it simple. All I want to do is meet on a call once a week, you know, and just say, okay, guys, let's see your pages. Let's see your numbers. Like, let me check your homework, basically. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. Like,
that's literally what we're doing. We're going to do it on either Thursday nights or Saturday nights and go through those. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Like, they cannot make it any more easy. That is Emily Gibson. Like, that's what she attributes when she was like, here's how I work my business, because people are working. And if you know, okay, I'm going to have to show my paper in front of people this week. And it's not like, how many did you get? It's like, did I do each of these? Did I fill these out? Like, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is. So that's what I want to do. I think I make things sometimes too complicated, and I don't want to do that. But somebody, like if you're already a leader with a growing team, you do not have to hop on my calls. However, sometimes it is, like I see Christy, I know you added your 6 people, so you have people. I don't know if they're working. And I know Jeannie, you have a team. And Tivoli, you're kind of just starting. So in your case, if you don't have people working right now, I don't know if you do, Jeannie. I know, okay, or Christy, I don't know if you do. So in your case, you might want to hop on mine and invite your people. And then if you you do mine for a month, like I only want to do it a month at a time, because when I make it too long, I drop the ball, and I don't want to do that. So I just want to do it, I'm thinking for a month, but let's say I do it for a month and we have some good results. And now, because you've been working, now you do have 3 or 4, then the next month you do it for your people. You know what I mean? And Shaylee, same thing. Like if you wanted to hop on my, of course you can, but I don't think you personally need to. But if you say you're like, okay, but I need someone to hold me accountable, well, I'm here for you. You know what I mean? Like you can.
My girls are looking at me now going, oh, good. I'm glad you're doing this. And I'm like, I have to do this. Like there's no choice once you told people who are working, like, oh, I got you. I'll do a training for your people. They're like, great. They'll be on Thursday night at 7. You're like, oh, I have to be there Thursday night at 7.
Yeah. And in this, so let me just tell you, and I'm going to re-listen to it. Emily Gibson and Brooke Hemingway did a call. It's called Accountability Calls. If you haven't listened to that, it's probably worth your time. It's on YouTube. I'll find it for you. But if it's literally that. It's literally like, okay, Jeannie, how many did you get today? Okay, great. Those are your numbers. Okay. So Christy, what about you? Okay, awesome. Shaylee, what about you? Tivoli, what about you? We just boom, 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 go through our numbers. And then I think they just share, they try to keep everything in a positive light, but then it's like, you know, what was your, you know, how'd your week go or whatever. I forget what the questions were, but it was something really simple. Like, you know, what could you have done better this week? You know, tell me something you're excited about this week. It could be something like that, whatever, just, and that's it. And they were done. And now Emily was really strict. Like, we're done in 30 minutes tops. Like, we're done, because we don't want everyone to, this doesn't want to be something that's going to take a lot of time for a lot of people, for people. So just like boom, 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 and we're done. And But anyway, to me, I always felt like, okay, well, I've got to create this whole list and I got to keep track of all these people. And, but really, if you just keep it small and have like, I don't know, 10 or less people, and those are your leaders and you're keeping them accountable, that's it. So my point is, Shaylee, if you want me to keep you accountable and you want to pop on mine, by all means, you can. But I would do one for your own people because I want them to see you as the leader. You know what I mean? So same thing for all of you. But if you're not comfortable yet because maybe you don't have any workers yet, well, then maybe start it in August or September whenever you decide or you want to. Does that make sense? And so I love that one of my favorite things in this book, this right here, like, I don't know if you guys can see it if you haven't seen it, but it's like consistent scheduling, and it tells you your sample schedule may include. Like, I love this. 1 hour, you're working, send, work, send, share, invite. Then 30 minutes relationship building, 30 minutes customer follow-up or checking in on your people, 30 minutes expand your network, work on posting and adding people. Like, how easy is that? Just set your stinking timer. You know what I mean? Set your timer, and if you've done your work, you're done for the day. That's 2 hours and 30 minutes a day. And maybe you're like, you know what? I don't have 2 hours and 30 minutes a day. Well, guess what? You are your own boss. If you cut every one of these in half, you're still doing it, But if you're like, what do I even do right now? This. I love it. It's so easy. And then you just track your activity. And and look, there's 5 little bubbles for follow-up. Like, this cannot be any easier. I love this. And then you're going to see, once you start tracking your work, and you're like, man, for every 100 people I reach out to, one of them joins. It's going to be easier for you to be like, oh, I just got to reach out. I'm just making that number up, but I'm just saying, like, or wait, for every 100, I guess 10 should join, whatever it is. But, you'll get to see your personal numbers. And that will really help you to be like, okay, statistically, I know if I reach out to 50 people, I'm going to have 2 new ambassadors. So what does that mean? You know what I mean? However it works out for you. But once you track it, you're going to be able to see what your numbers look like. And that's something I kind of want to evaluate for each person. So anyway, I'm going to be personally rolling that out. I'm going to send an email. I'm really just personally going to do it I'm going to send it to all of my level 1s. But anybody who doesn't have, like, if your sponsor is not doing this and you want to do it with me, you can. So I know Amber Sheffield, I think Christy and Shayla, you're on Amber's team. I know this summer is probably not the time for her to do it because she's traveling and it's youth pastor stuff. And so it's probably not the time. So you could jump on mine. But I also know that when we did it in the past, hers were like the best ones. Amber has so many strengths that I wish I had, but hers was really, really good. So if she does do it, hop on hers. Or if you heard, you know what I mean? It's up to you. And then Tivoli and Jeannie, you have Stacy, right? And she is amazing. And then Tivoli, Julie's probably going to do something too. So don't feel like you have to hop on mine. Like, hop on your closest sponsor that is doing something. Now, Stacy's in Japan right now and having another baby and has all these babies, so she might not do it right now. So you might want to hop on mine. Does that make sense? So I don't think you need to hop on everyone's. Hop on the person that's doing it closest to you. And if you feel comfortable, like Shaylee, if you're like, you know what, I'm good, I got this, that's up to you too. But if you sign up for mine, I'm gonna do my best to keep track of you. So if you sign up, you're required to come. But anyway, so I don't know the length of time. I'm gonna re-listen to Emily's accountability call tomorrow. That's on my list before I roll it out because I want to really remember to plan it. But just so you know, I'm gonna try to have that done I should have had it done now. I wanted to start July 1st, but we'll see. I'm gonna give myself some grace there. But any questions or thoughts on that? That's my next biggest thing, accountability. And really it comes down to, you guys, stay in action. I mean, that's 100%. Learn one new thing a day and apply it. Like, reach out to 5 people. That's my goal. Like,
well, that tracker that you just did for the iPad is the reason why Jessica just jumped. she just like launched. And I asked her, I was like, what just happened? And she was like, well, I wanted to get my people every day. And I was like, and win an iPad? She's like, well, yeah, that part's cool. That, that's a fun incentive. But I knew we were doing it together, and I knew we had to post our numbers. And I was like, well, I did it every day because I didn't want you to have more reach outs than me. And it was like this, we totally held each other accountable quietly without even realizing it.
I love
that was a really good, that tracker contest was really good. So I think this
I love
accountability thing will be
that.
good.
And I've loved, we've had consistently like 10 to 12 people do it. And I mean, here's the truth. I work really, really hard, you guys, and I have for 5 years. I have given this what I have. And of course you make mistakes, but I've that I've been as consistent and I'm learning. But you want to know what? Most of my business, as many people as I personally add, comes from Stacy and Amber Sheffield. Those are my 2 level 1 senior rubies. And even at convention, you were either on Stacy's team or Amber's team. So really, my point is, you really just need 1 or 2 really, really great people and really 2 big teams. That doesn't seem as scary. Even Sarah Robbins, who's like a multi-millionaire with different, I forget what company she's with. She was like, 85% of my business comes from 1 person, even though I work really, really hard. And that's true for, I want to say, everybody except for Brooke. Bob said that at one of his things, and he was like, he used that statistic, and he's like, most people can say like 80 to 90% of their income comes from 1 or 2 key people. And he was like, stand up if that's true. And everyone in the room stood up. There was probably like 70 of us, except for Brooke. She was like, and why? Because she gets everyone to silver. That's why. She's an extremely good leader, and it was her expectation, just like Shaylee said, that everybody goes silver. And she was just really good at onboarding them and training them well. So, hey, that's why she is where she is. But for us humans, like, it's going to be usually just 1 or 2 key people, but you don't know who they're going to be. So keep going, like keep adding them until you find those people, and then find them again. You just do your work, you do your activity, and you will grow 100%. So that is it. That's all I got tonight. Do you guys have anything to add? No, we're good. All right. Well, I'm going to stop recording.